I'm the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs of Belgium, Didier Reynders. But first of all, from the European point of view, we have two major threats. First, from the eastern part, and is the situation in Ukraine, and we discussed just now about that with our Russian colleague, and we need to find a way to solve such a situation on the ground with a ceasefire, and then to have new talks to reorganize the country and to have a new dialogue with Russia on the medium and long term. And the second threat is coming from the south, with Daesh, IS, and so the difficulties that we have now in Syria, in Iraq, but also in Libya with the lack of state, and with the migration problem among the Mediterranean Sea. And on that point, of course, we need to find with a military coalition, like we are doing in Iraq, we need to provide a lot of humanitarian help because there are so many displaced people, so many refugees that we need to do more. But at the end, the only one way is to have a political solution. And this is the reason why I said during those meetings that we need to think about a transition in Syria with a new government, inclusive with the different partners, but also in Iraq. We need in Baghdad to have a real inclusion of the Shias, the Sunnis, the Kurds and others. And coming from the European Union, it's maybe the only one message. We don't have any lessons to give, but we may share an expertise. After so many conflicts on the European territory, we have tried since 70 years to start a real collaboration among the partners, reconciliation and integration. And this is the only one way to live in peace, in democracy, and maybe with a possible development. Of course, if we need to fight against terrorism, we need to use some military tools for the first part of the process. But then, to fight against radicalism, extremism, the only one way is education, and maybe the way to explain that it's possible to live together with different convictions, with different religions, but with the capacity through education to process with a common way to live together. And again, on short term, we need to take a lot of security measures, but on the medium and long term is the only one way to organize the reconciliation inside the same country, the way to live together with people coming from different origins, different religions, and then to do that with the neighbor countries. And if you look to the situation in Europe, it's not a model, but it's possible to think maybe in other regions about that, or it's possible to have a regional integration. And we have seen that for trade. In different parts of the world, we have now trade organizations with a lot of countries. The GCC are working together in the Gulf, the Mercosur on the southern part of the American continent, and so on and so forth. And so why not to think about such a kind of possibility, capacity to work together with the neighbor countries? Without that, you have conflicts, conflicts and conflicts.